Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home.
I ain't greedy. Just throw me I'll be 1,000 there.
Yeah, and I can make it do what it do from there.
For real. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, welcome in to the MPR podcast.
I
Hey,
got it.
I'm one of the four hosts, Marquise, aka Revenge Season. We got my guy up here, Kamish, aka James.
Yo.
And then, hey, the man of the hour just popped in, Cool himself, aka Midwest Monsters.
The
Me.
Midwest.
What it do, y'all?
Hey, what up,
Tuesday.
though?
Another
NPR
Tuesday. You know how
Tuesday,
we
you know
do.
what it is.
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah.
And Co-Commish, aka Cup, couldn't be with us today. You know, he had prior obligations, so we gonna keep it moving for him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir, man.
sir.
Hey, what we get into today, man? Like, it's so much news going on, bro. Like, I'm talking about NBA, NFL, NBA. You got big trials going on if you follow that side of the world.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. Hey, and
Hey.
I want to before we get started, yo, these are not earrings, y'all. These are my beats, my flex. So I'm just saying, I got my headphones on. Y'all think I got
Oh,
earrings dripping
hey, I
down?
thought they was the glasses joint. I thought they were the glasses joint.
They coming soon. I want some of those joints, bro. Those Meta Ray Bans. But yeah, man, let's get into it, man.
Yes, sir.
Mar-
First topic of today. Hey, what we gonna get into the draft? Yeah, let's talk about the NBA draft real fast.
the NBA draft. That shoot, I ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. Like you said, I was looking forward to it, but I had missed it because I didn't even know what day it came on.
Me, I didn't even know it was going. There was like, I'm not even hyped. I don't even actually remember the last NBA draft I looked at. Not that I think about it, I don't even know which one the last one I actually tuned into.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cool. Did you watch the draft?
I did not, my brother.
Yeah.
I did not. I kind of just followed along. I was watching TV with my wife, man. I wasn't locked into it. I kind of obviously like a lot of people. I've been following the Ace Bailey situation. Um,
Hmm.
I think the boy's legit. I'm just not sure exactly what his tutelage is right now, who's in his corner, what they saying to him. But I think that's kind of where the draft started. At I'll let you go ahead and take it away from there.
Man, I don't really like Commit said. I ain't paid no attention.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Cool too, bro. As far as that situation, and I hope he, yeah, had the right eyes and ears around him. You know what I'm saying? Because you a young player, like, and you coming into a situation that yo, you could change your life. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You
he got
definitely
something
could change
going
your
on.
life.
What happened?
So for those who don't know, I mean, Ace Bailey stand out. Uh, one of the better players in this year's draft. Looks to be a surefire NBA prospect.
Hmm.
But obviously went to Rutgers last year. They didn't make the tournament, and he just has some reports from here and there that he hasn't been. He basically just didn't show up to no workouts. Um, he and his representation chose not to meet with pretty much all the teams that were represented in the lottery, the top 5 to 6 picks. Um, I guess his agent had preliminary discussions with some people, but he set up a couple of. I know he set up and canceled one with Philly, and I don't know if he was ever set up for one exactly with Washington or or Utah. Uh, and I think Charlotte was at another team that was at 4. So he he just there was some word out there that he wasn't very you can say that he just kind of was a little bit full of himself, I guess. And
Yeah, it reminded me. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Not to cut you off. When I first initially heard it, like I really took it lightly because I was like, "Yo, this must be another Eli Manning situation. Get drafted, you know, he don't want to be there, or whoever his father Archie, whoever said he don't want to be in San Diego. So let's make it happen. He's a New York Giant. That's what I thought what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he did report to the Utah Jazz and say he blessed to be there. But I mean, yeah, man,
just for context, his representation is a man by the name of Omar Cooper. That is, if y'all know who Sharif Cooper is, was another NBA prospect from a few years ago. He actually ended up getting drafted with Atlanta, but he's he's Sharif Cooper's dad. And when
gotcha.
Sharif was drafted, there was some complications, I guess, with some of the same things as far as people not being very receptive to Omar Cooper, who is now representing Ace Bailey. And I think a lot
Mm.
of those same things happened this time around.
Hmm.
I follow, I'm on Instagram and whatnot. He's got a few posts, doing the whole flexing in the Range Rover, looking cool, and you just don't know for a 19-year-old kid who's representing this young man and are they representing him correctly? Are they leading him in the right direction? So we'll see, man, and we'll see how it plays out. But I think as
Yeah,
far as just the overall, just top half of the draft, man, I didn't see a lot of surprise. The guy I'm really interested in watching moving forward is this guy VJ Edgecombe. I don't know if y'all remember from the tournament, from the March Madness tournament, but
hmm,
he was carrying Baylor in that tournament, man. And he just got a lot of game, man. He just got that pure shooting guard, kind of that Anthony Edwards just kind of game. And obviously he gave a real heartfelt speech. I don't know if y'all heard that or saw it circling around, but gave a real heartfelt speech as to some of his upbringing. He said his mom. He said, it was touching, man. He said his mom and them. He said he don't know how she made it. He was like him and his brothers. They lived on a generator. They didn't have electricity for like 5 years.
dang,
So he said he was like, man, I don't know how my mama got us through any of that, but he was like,
That's
you
what I
know,
like.
it was
yeah,
emotional, man. Yeah, it was one of them emotional, heartfelt speeches, a lot
He
of
hungry.
tears and whatnot. So
yeah,
I'm pulling for young VJ Escombe.
yeah,
He ended up in Philly, so we'll see how that goes. But
yeah,
yeah, man.
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All
The
right,
NBA
man.
draft,
Hey,
man.
that's some good intellect right there. Cool. On to the next topic. What we got going on, Commish? Is it Dame or is it we gonna go
Hey,
old boy?
we can do Malik gambling issues. We can do Dame
Cool.
Wave.
Hey,
Like,
cool. Take your pick. Which
gosh,
one?
bro.
Which one? Which one? You want to go heartfelt or you want to go ahead and say, "Come on, this big dummy."
We can get Big Dummy up right on up out here. Let's go.
Let's go ahead. We go to
Hey,
Big W. We go Big W for 200, Alex. Hey man. So cool. Hey, I'm gonna ask you first. I'm gonna say cool. I'm gonna save you cool. Hey, Commish, what's your thoughts on this, man? What are you thinking about? What about Malik Beasley and this whole probe the investigation that they got? It's an investigation now.
hey, so look, initially, right, I'm just like, man, bro, they about to throw him under the bus. You already know you aren't supposed to be gambling while you're a player in any
Uh-huh.
sport, right? You know what I'm saying? The Pete Rose story was real. That happened for real. For those who didn't know, like, this ain't just new stuff that just came about. Like, some players do have issues with gambling while they playing at the same time. Man, I looked at it like this, bro. If you had an issue and you was already a potential, like you already playing for the Detroit Pistons, yo, why not ask one of them for help? You know what I'm saying? Versus land that come out this way.
hmm
Because you know it's gonna come out regardless. Or maybe not. Maybe it don't come out. Maybe you could get some help behind the scenes or whatnot like that. But don't get caught doing this, bro. Since you owe somebody, you owe a sports agent or management $650,000. Like, bro, you can ask somebody for help.
hmm
I feel like
See,
you can.
the
Yeah,
the the situation you're referring to, Kamish, is actually a separate issue. The
got you.
sport, the sports agency is, I guess, representation of his that he had last year. I guess they were helping to negotiate his contract last year. I guess before they
Yeah.
represented him previously, and it's interesting, man, because in that lawsuit, before we get to the gambling part, they were saying that they're trying to recoup 650,000 from him.
Yep,
Um,
that's what they said.
and in the language of it, they said that they were quote they engaged with Mr. Beasley knowing that he was having issues, and then in parentheses it says especially financial issues.
Yep.
And I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay. So and by the way, that was filed actually in April. They just kind of popping that back out now that he's getting this investigation, this probe from the FBI, or whatever. But it's just interesting, man, to see the situation with you got a sports agency that's chasing you down for 650. Supposedly you got a gambling ring. So yeah, I'll let you finish your thought. I just thought that I just wanted to let you know that was a. It looks like that's a separate
Yeah,
thing
separate incident. Yeah.
they filed in April or whatever. So and I guess now it's
I
they
didn't even
Yeah.
know that. So that's good news right there.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it, bro, like Detroit, did he already get the deal from Detroit, or they was about to
so
do
what it is the and interesting enough, the sports agency they went to court and told the judge they were willing to wait to get their
for
money
him to sign?
because
Yeah,
he's in the midst of negotiating a
right.
4-year, 50 something
For
million dollar
yeah,
contract with
yep,
Detroit.
42 million, something like that, or close to
Yeah,
50. Yeah, man.
yeah. So
Hey, don't
they
look like
went to
he getting
court.
that now.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the thing. They went to court last month and said they'd be willing to wait to recoup because he's about to sign for whatever he's about to sign for. So they were actually playing ball with each other, and
Uh-huh.
then this happens. So now your contract that allegedly they're saying that you in financial issues. Just for clarification, it says here that Malik Beasley to date has made 59 million in the league, and he's being
Yeah,
so you owe somebody 650. I know taxes is a mofo, but damn, you owe somebody 650 and you career earnings of 59, and they're saying that they knew he had financial issues last year.
Before, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, man, I don't. I guess maybe that brings it full circle with the gambling thing, but at the same time,
It makes no sense.
it makes zero sense. It makes zero
Yeah,
sense because what were you going to make, and what were your people going to make? Like, yeah, listen, I'm
yeah.
sorry, I know I cut you off in the middle of your thought. Go
No,
ahead.
no, man, because it's like one of those topics, yo. Like it's like you hear it, but is it real? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, did he really do that, bro? Like, did he really do that? And he potentially had this, like you said, four year, $42 to $50 million contract coming from the Detroit Pistons. Cause he had a decent season last year. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, he
Really
had a decent
made
season.
the second most threes after Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and look, and an interesting fact too. I didn't even know like this. What brought my point up? Like, Terry Rozier, Miami he's still on an investigation. They haven't charged him with anything, but this is stemming back to his 2023, same kind of stuff, same gambling issues and stuff like that. Yo,
Woo.
yeah, that's crazy, man. Like I just the only thing I'm like, I hope it does go into fruition where he could get his money, he can ball and pay them off, but get at least a suspension or something. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
that's
see, that's the thing though. He's not being investigated by the NBA. This is an
yeah,
FBI
yeah. This
investigation.
the FBI. Yeah, that's
So
different.
so
Yeah,
so this
Yeah.
this
Ooh.
this
yeah,
is a
He got the
federal
feds on him.
this is a federal investigation because you
yeah.
allegedly had a quote unquote ring. That's what
Yep.
they're alleging. Now it's probably gonna take a little while before all of that comes out where you can get people to prove things or maybe somebody starts snitching. But
That's
um
crazy.
this is a federal probe. So now yeah, and then the case hits airwaves. He might have knew about it before, but it hits airwaves on the dawn of free agency.
Yeah.
On the dawn when he was probably his agent was probably negotiating that deal with Detroit. So let's say this story breaks next week. He's still in big trouble, but at least
Yeah.
I got a few dollars to play with where I can defend.
Yeah.
So now a dude that's allegedly in trouble, according to this sports agency that sued him, now got us now. I didn't even get to put the ink on my deal that I was just about to get.
Man, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
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 crazy.
that's,
That's
tough.
tough, man.
That's tough, bro. That's
Yeah,
tough.
you about to get paid and then this pop up, man. What? I will be.
Fifty
I
So,
bet
some
you.
million that you left on the table, and you were gambling for what? Thousand. You was gambling to be a thousandaire, and you left millions on the table.
millions on the table. Gosh, Almighty, that's
That's
tough,
tough.
boy.
But in other basketball news too, Milwaukee. Let's go out to Dame, man. They cut my man Dame. Cool, cool, cool. What time is it?
Man, listen, man.
Did I
Listen,
not talk about this last time we was talking about the NBA?
listen, man. If it's one thing I can kind of see with them too, man, and this is interesting too. If you really follow how this went, the language in this, these new the Bucks are under not completely under new ownership. I guess they got it split majority wise between
Yeah,
40% here, 50% here, 30% here. I guess, but this new ownership group, they must got some bread, some real money because
yeah,
they paid Dame in full,
yeah,
113
yeah,
to go home,
yeah.
like 113 to go home.
He could
Like,
go sit down and be paid. Like they gonna spread. They said they're gonna spread it out,
Excuse
but
me.
he still got bread. 113 million coming his way, whether
man,
he play again or not.
I don't care
They
how you.
paid that man to sit at the crib. That's crazy.
That's some
After
bread.
tearing his Achilles, that is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
some new
I meant
and
rupturing, not
Hey,
tearing,
but
rupturing.
interested enough, man. Like not even all jokes aside, bro. Like he won, yo. Like he won. Granted, he got to get healthy, and I know he want to get healthy because he don't just want to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? But even if he do decide to be like, man, I'm gonna hang my own jersey up, bro. He won. Like, and I appreciate the Bucks for doing that. To be honest with you, from a sports head, like I really appreciate them because they could have just been like, bro, nah, go ahead, whatever, whatever. But I mean, they had to do it because they got to honor his contract. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the way they doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he should be okay for real. I
I
really
mean,
think he
he
should be
getting
okay.
millions, so it ain't like
Yeah,
he hurting for anything.
yeah.
It's hard to feel sad for somebody that's still above my pay grade.
And it's crazy because they did it too in lieu of signing Mike Turner.
Yeah,
Miles
Miles
Turner.
Turner.
Miles Turner.
Yeah,
I called him Mike, but Miles Turner. Yeah, so I think that was a bold move. And even if Giannis do feel probably some pushback because they didn't come to him first or what have you. I mean, what superstar wouldn't want that treatment? You know what I'm saying? To
hmm
see what's the next move or what we doing. You know what I'm
looking
saying?
like
Like I
it's
feel like
about time for him to get up on out of there.
yeah, I feel like he's a superstar. He got y'all a ring. He should be one of the first ones to know. You know what I'm saying? Like he the face of the franchise, but at the same time, bro, you got to cry river, build a bridge, and get over it, and
hmm
keep it moving. You know, Milwaukee trying to get back to that, bro. So they gonna do what's necessary for the team. They got smart ownership up there. That's why they got them a championship.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the future of the Bucks holds and how quickly the tide turned, man, for the Indiana Pacers, man. You know, I ain't no Indiana fan, man, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I how quickly the tide turns because I mean, this marvelous run to the finals now uh uh Halliburton is
Yeah, you
out.
basically lose two of your stars.
Halliburton's
Yep.
hmm
out, and Miles Turner's gone. And yeah, it's looking like I don't know if TJ McConnell signed somewhere or not, but yeah,
I
it's
think he
like
went to Milwaukee. If I think I saw that. I think he went to Milwaukee.
did he? Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure if he signed nowhere yet, but I mean, yeah, look how quickly the tide turns, man. Like
wasn't that him? Oh,
Miles Turner went to Milwaukee for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Miles Turner went to Milwaukee.
I'm not sure if McConnell went anywhere.
Hold
I
on,
think
let me
they
see.
had one of them other boys, Neesmith or Nemhard, one of them was also up for a contract. But yeah, man, interesting move, man.
Nah, the Bucks traded Pat Connaughton. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, TJ still with the Pacers. Yeah, and that's rightfully so. He just signed his deal last year. He's
Mm-hmm.
still with them.
It's an interesting move, man. Like y'all said, nobody necessarily gonna cry for Dame, and I don't think Dame's gonna cry for himself. He ain't
Uh-uh.
that type of guy.
I said go back. I said go back to Portland and close it out. I mean,
Yep.
I would love to see him do it.
Interesting, man. It's interesting, man. That's where he's at.
Or he could go to Miami. He wanted to go to Miami
That's
anyway.
where he wanted to go to anyway. Yeah, and that's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what if it looks if Pat Riley if they're willing to open up the books, because he ain't gonna come cheap. I don't care whether he
Nah, not
offers
at all.
millions or not, because his contract is so high right now. Even if you go 1 year deal, you still talking about 1 year 30 million, 1 year
Yeah.
25, something like that. So I mean,
Ridiculous.
but yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking too. Same thing y'all was thinking. Either stay, because that's where he's at now. That's where he
Yeah.
every off season he goes back to Portland with his family
Hmm.
anyway. So either go back and finish it in Portland, man. Even though that's not going to really amount to much as far as being competitive for a championship, or go to Miami, man, where you want to go in the first place. So
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Great takes. Gosh, I
Yes,
like it.
sir. I like
Hey,
it. I like it. It wasn't
yes,
too
sir.
bad.
Hey, shoot, man. But you know that's the NBA news for real, for real. Y'all
Yep.
trying to get into this football, these trades.
Yes, sir. We can
facts,
definitely do that.
Yeah,
facts.
let me bring that joint up, man. Brought this ticker
Ooh
down.
wee.
Bring this up, boy, boy, boy. Have at
Ooh
it,
wee.
monkeys. Have at it, man.
I need
Ooh.
y'all thoughts on this, man.
Hey. I guess I start off with giving my little 2 cents first, and then I'm gonna hand it off to one of y'all and let y'all continue from there. When I first saw it, I was like, man, fantasy wise, this sucks for Janu. Oh my god, this is terrible. My God, I don't even want to look John New way no more. I thank you for what you did for me last year. I thank you. NFL wise, it's just Pittsburgh just got stronger defensively. It's just like
Yeah.
why? I mean, yeah, they lost Minka, but they got Ramsey. So basically, they moved Ramsey to safety. You basically have the same player. So it's just like, what is Miami doing? What is their game plan? Like, where are they going with this? Then also, I'm pretty sure we're gonna discuss later another Miami trade. Darren Waller is coming out of retirement and is like he's going down to Miami from New York, and it's just like, okay, I see the play. Okay, you replace your tight end. You basically swapped out a DB.
Right.
All right, I'm thinking Miami trying to change things up because defensively last year they wasn't the best either. So it's like I like this trade for both sides. I think both sides got what they needed, and whether they're gonna use it the right way, that remains to be seen. What's your feelings on this? I'm gonna go commish. What is your feelings? Well, how do you feel about this
Hey,
trade?
far as the way I look at it, I mean it is what it is for me. I look at Fitzpatrick, Ramsey, like it's like you traded the same car, different color, even though
Mm-hmm.
they got different positions. You did, granted, Pittsburgh did get a little stronger inquiring Janu Smith, but then you start to question what's up with Pat Fairmouth, like because now I'm starting to see like my fantasy tingle tingles are going off right, but I'm starting to see stats and rankings now where they already saying, and I'm talking about like the experts that we listen to, they already saying that it changes a lot as far as
Mm-hmm.
ADP and fantasy football with a lot of things because now Jonnu Smith ain't in that top. Like they're trying to say he ain't gonna be in that top 10, top 12 come ADP time and drafting tight ends and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there. I just look at it as trading in the same car, getting a different color. Y'all got Jonnu Smith. I'm just interested in. I mean, Pittsburgh gonna be Pittsburgh. They gotta make sure TJ Watt is happy out of all of this. I don't know if y'all heard, what I'm saying, the back and forth going with him and stuff like that. But make sure TJ Watt straight. You got Aaron Rodgers. He already said that this probably gonna be one and done for him. So you're gonna need a quarterback. So I
Mm-hmm.
think Pittsburgh is trying to make a run or whatnot, but I don't see no hype in this right now. As far as Darren Waller go, man, that's just I don't know, bro. I don't know what Miami is doing. I would have kept Jonnu Smith just to trade for Darren Waller. Like what? Like it don't make sense to me. I mean to acquire Darren Waller, Like, bro, that don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense at all to me. Like, you could have did something else. You could have traded Jonnu Smith for something else. You know what I'm saying? Versus a 7-round pick or whatnot like that. So yeah, it really doesn't move me. Everybody's saying this about one of the blockbuster trades, but I don't think it moved me, man. Cool. What's your take, bro?
I'm just a little bit confused on what y'all saying as far as the trade, how it goes for the Steelers, because I don't see Minka Fitzpatrick and Jalen Ramsey in the same light, and as far as how they and playing style specifically, because if you really look at it, first of all, I don't see what either team is doing. This don't make sense to me for either team. The
Right.
Steelers the Steelers is you basically just told your young Joey Porter Jr. that you don't believe in him. You signed Darius. If I'm not mistaken, they did sign
They got
Darius.
Slay. Yeah.
So you
Mm-hmm.
have two guys who are featured on the outside. Ramsey, I looked up the numbers. Ramsey spends 78% of his time on the outside. He
Right.
rarely, if ever, lines up on anywhere else but the outside. If he's on
Right.
the inside, he's usually rushing to rushing the passer. So now you also have a defense that everybody's playing too high safety. Guess the team that's the team that's not really playing that much too high safety is the Steelers. That's why
Mm-hmm.
Minka Fitzpatrick in a certain type of style that they were featuring was flourishing because he's able to really play a lot of center field. He's not playing outside the numbers, but Ramsey is specifically used to playing. So we got our young quarter that we already were hoping was going to solidify that that spot, and now you bring in a Ramsey. You basically told that guy that he's not. You don't believe in him long term. Uh, I don't get that. And then I guess they're saying that Ramsey can make the adjustment to going over the safety. I understand. I understand that Ramsey is physical. He's a good tackler, so I could see the thinking behind it. Obviously, he's got the IQ to play behind the ball instead of playing next to the receiver. I understand the thinking behind it. I'll believe it when I see it more so than because a guy that spends basically 80% of his time on the outside is now going to go to the center field, and we'll see how that works out for them. But I just don't understand a team that has two corners. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about this, but I think they signed another corner in the offseason for the Steelers deal. So I'm not sure what all that is. And then for the Dolphins, uh, your tight end room right now is a guy by the name of Julian Hill
Who was
and
that?
and Julian Hill and hold on right quick, Julian Hill and Pharaoh Brown. That's your tight a complete total in the 2024 season of 160 yards receiving between the two of them.
Man.
So I mean, God bless Darren Waller. I know he's been through a couple of things off the field, but I don't know what he has left in the tank. And the last time he had over 700 yards was 5 years ago. So I don't get this for either team. If I'm being completely honest with you, and obviously, I guess if you want to say in the sense of John Smith, you didn't want to necessarily gamble on him long term because he's some slightly older and he just had the best season of his career. Pittsburgh gave him 1 year, 12 million. I'm seeing here. So basically, it's a proven year for Johnu. Uh, and Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, he's gonna go anywhere and be Minka Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a football player. So anywhere he go, he's gonna make the defense better.
Roll Tide.
But he's I don't think the Dolphins were a Minka Fitzpatrick away from being ultimate contenders. You know what I mean? He's not.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nowhere near it.
he's not changing life in that regard. So for both teams, got me scratching my head with this.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
that's a good tape. That's good tape. Good takes, fellas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, look, I know you host the Marquise, but I gotta get
Yeah, I
into this
wanted you to
topic
drop
right
it.
quick.
Yeah, I wanted you to drop
Yeah,
it.
I want to get into this topic, man. I couldn't load this picture up, but Cool said something interesting in the itinerary, right? About this guy. And I just bet the differ, yo. I'm not being biased because it's, you know what I'm saying, he's on my team now, but man, yo, we gotta cut the Debo slander out, yo. He just
Fat
scaled down.
boy.
Listen, he just scaled down last year because everybody was hurt. The team won't running on, clicking on all cylinders. My boy out there
Uh,
working, yo. What's y'all
uh,
take? Is Debo? I feel like he like Luca now, yo. Like he lost his shit that weight, and he out there making it do what it do, yo. Do
Debo,
you feel
Debo,
like
Debo has.
Debo can?
I,
Huh?
was I was half-heartedly joking with what I said to y'all, but honestly, I mean, if you keep up with Debo, he's kind of had a piano on his back for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
when his big Debo breakout games became fewer and far between over the last couple seasons. Anyway,
yeah.
especially last year. Last year was a completely down year for him, horrible year for him. So, I mean, and the season before that, it was coming fewer and far between.
Facts.
They've been moving towards Jawan Jennings and Kittle for a while now. That's been kind of the bread and butter. And obviously, McCaffrey was always the that was always the engine of always. That's who they want to give the ball to 99% of the damn time anyway.
Hmm.
They'd rather not throw it at all. They just throw it to McCaffrey in the backfield or just hand it to him. That's what they'd rather do anyway. So, uh, I'm half-heartedly joking, but this was a topic that came up. He had some bad film, I guess, in one of y'all mini camps, and then Terrell Lawrence was on with one of these streamers. I can't remember who he was on. He was on with one of the streamers, and they asked him about Debo, and he got to talking about Debo. Say he looked fat, say a couple chicken nuggets
He
away from getting
did.
out of there. So
That's
I thought it
hilarious.
was a fun topic because we got Commanders fans obviously in our league and obviously at the helm of NPR. So I just thought it was an interesting topic. But I mean, honestly, he's been regressing for a couple of years. So I mean, if you take a chance on Debo as far as our fantasy managers are concerned, you know what you're doing. You're taking a risk. And he's been a damn good player in the past. But are you willing to bet that he can rekindle that? That's on you as a fantasy man.
Hey, I will say though, 29 years old. He's had some up and down seasons. He in the right system to make some noise. I ain't gonna say he gonna be like a top 10, top 20 wide receiver, especially when it comes to fantasy. But any team need a utility guy like that. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can make it things shake and bake in the backfield with him on those screen passes and stuff like that. That get the ball out quick and he still can make something happen. No, I knew you wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, wholeheartedly taking that, clowning it, but I just wanted to know. I was like, bro, Debo, and look, we only got him for a fifth round pick, yo. I'll take that.
I thought it was
I'll take
interesting too. He said F that. He went and put out some better film. He
He
posted something
did.
else, and I think he sent it directly to the NFL because the NFL posted it on their page.
They
Hey, hey,
did.
look, hey, look. We seen this all before during the offseason. Once he put them pads on, he gonna still be moving like that piano on them. You know what I mean? So he gonna have them. He gonna have them moments in the games. But I'm not sold on Debo, especially not fantasy wise. Absolutely, I'm staying far away from him. Absolutely not.
Might be that
I don't know
Jim.
about far away though because I don't know about. I know what you're saying as far as. But for me, the risk has to be worth it. Like if you're talking anything before round 10 or 8, if anything before round 9 or 10, no thank you, no thank you. But if he's still sitting there late in the draft,
I'm going to
Oh,
get him.
oh,
I
that's
got
different.
now.
That's different. That's
Yeah, I'm
the
going.
different.
watch, yeah, the
But
Washington,
that's still far away from. That's still far away from. That's still
yeah,
far away from.
okay, yeah,
You
you're right.
know.
Yeah.
He off in the distance now. If he's sitting there,
But
once
look,
I get to the
even I agree.
distance,
Even as a Commander fans, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Like
I ain't
if I see
stupid.
him sitting there at the turn and it's the 11th round,
Yeah, but
let me
I
go
just
ahead
say
and try this out.
I think he still got enough in the tank to perform. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Honestly,
seen it.
I think
Seen it.
there's gonna be a lot of surprises this year in the draft, but also I think there's gonna be a lot of people trying to outsmart the system in terms of just they're gonna outsmart themselves. They're gonna overdo it. Like there's gonna be that we see it every year, and it's just
Mhm.
like y'all relax. We mocking, yeah, but a lot of times the mocks would never go like the draft.
They're
You
I
know
not
can
what's
going.
promise you that.
crazy too, Mark? You know what I see coming too? You know, a pause. You know what I can see coming right down the pipe? I can see it just coming right down the pipe.
No
It's
diddy.
gonna be
Yep.
a lot of, and we talking about Debo. It's gonna be a lot of name retention
Yep.
for people this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I ain't gonna say no names, but there's gonna be a lot of names that they gonna be sitting there, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's my dog," but you missing the dude that's maybe one, maybe two picks right up
Right.
under him.
Uh-huh.
That's the guy that your team
Right.
should take. But your
Right.
Uh-huh.
namesake is going. I mean, God bless him. I'm gonna say Chris Godwin. I'm gonna say Alvin Kamara. You're gonna see a
Yep.
name there, and it's gonna be like, what? Oh, I'm
It,
taking
it,
him.
it reels
Yeah.
you in. It
Your
reels you in.
namesake thing is gonna doom a couple managers this
Hmm.
Yeah.
year.
Uh-huh.
It
Hmm.
is because
Yeah, man.
the way that this young group of especially the young running backs, and it's always a few young receivers that come on when somebody get hurt. Wait, this young crop, all of them are about to get tick. The Amarian
Oh yeah.
Hamptons, the
Oh
RJ
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Harveys, the Genties,
They about to shoot up the draft.
the
Hey,
yeah, like
I,
they about
I,
to. But I mean, like as far as on the field, these that this gonna be like a rookie year where you're gonna be seeing a lot of rookies featured on
hey,
the
Yes.
cool.
field.
That's crazy.
They're
It's
gonna be
crazy
on the
that you
field
said
a
that.
lot.
Because
Yeah,
I was telling somebody it's crazy that you said that, cool. Because I was telling somebody the other day, man. I promise you, I said this the changing of the guards right here. Because you think about it, all of like you said, Alvin Kamara, even a Derrick Henry, he's still putting his work and stuff, but they're getting older. These rookies about to come in, and it's just this gonna be the new generation of the NFL and stuff like that. Like it's a plethora of running backs out there. Not saying all of
Mm-hmm.
them gonna hit and win your league, you know what I'm saying?
You
But
just
a
hope you pick the
plethora
right one.
of teams out there that need them running backs. There's a plethora of wide receivers this year too. Like it's crazy, yo. It's crazy. But you right about that name thing. It'll reel you right in. You be like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, hold on, that's who right there.
Not even paying attention to the round. You just see the name. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
it's gonna throw you for a
yep.
loop. Yeah.
yeah, man.
I'm saying that with experience. And another thing too, this the first year that I'm really paying attention to strength of schedule. That doomed me last year because I looked up once we had our season set, once we had our schedule set, and I started looking at who I had to play every fucking
Right.
week.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, why didn't I? I'm like, yo, I gotta make sure I keep up with the strength of like for fantasy managers out there. Know who got the most primetime
Mm-hmm.
games. Know who got the
Hmm.
most Monday night game. Know who got to make the quick turnaround from
Mm-hmm.
from Sunday to
Right.
Thursday. Like them, that stuff is important, man. Like, and I never. It's hard to really care about it when you draft it, right? It's hard to really care, man. This dude got 4 primetime games this year, man. Woo, woo. But it's hard to care about it when you do in
In
the
the
middle of
middle
your
of it.
Mm-hmm.
draft.
Facts.
Especially when
This shit gonna
I think
matter.
we got like
It's
a
gonna-
minute to drive
Yeah, it's a
or
minute. Yeah. It's a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah,
And they go
yeah,
by fast.
Yeah. It's a minute. But
yeah.
I didn't
Heck yeah.
start
Qualm
right.
sweaty.
In my drafts, in my marks that I do with myself, I put it at 30 seconds just to keep my mind sharp.
I
You know what
do
I'm
too.
saying? I put it right
I
at
do
30
too.
seconds just to keep my
Keep
mind
me
sharp.
moving.
Always
Yeah.
looking at the board and stuff. But yeah, man, that joint, it's interesting. Not only the strength of schedule, man, I tell people too, man. I know
By weeks.
told this when I started doing playing fantasy football. Those bye weeks count too. It
Mm-hmm.
might be a point one of those teams that need to make the playoffs. Bro, everybody had Bamageddon on week 14 last week. I mean last year. That's the first
Mm-hmm.
week of the playoffs. Like, I mean, the week before that. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And people trying to make the playoffs and that Bamageddon hit right there. That's the last week of regular season, week 14, because 15, 16, 17 is the
It's a
playoffs for the
playoff.
championship. And there's a lot
And,
of
and
people
the
in the
difference
fantasy
is,
world, not just our league, but in the fantasy world that got knocked out of the playoffs because they could not. They had everybody at least 5 players on a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't think about that down the road. You know what I'm saying?
I give you a case in point too. Like one of the dudes for me, and I'll make no bones about it. If I have a chance to take him, I'm always take him. I love Joe Burrow. But one thing about Joe Burrow is the Cincinnati Bengals always got one of the hardest schedules. So now look up. You got to play Lamar twice a
Mm-hmm.
year. You probably gonna play. I don't know what their schedule is right now. I haven't looked at it, but you're gonna have to probably play Patrick Mahomes. You Josh Allen. You probably go
Mm-hmm.
like the Bengals always got the worst effing schedule. So it's like having Burrow. I was also looking up, seeing who my opposing, the other fantasy guy might have, and now I'm playing against him. I was like, okay. I see how this is gonna go now. I see why the strength of schedule is important because not for nothing. Commanders fans in the room, y'all went from having one of the weakest strength of schedules last year to now. I just looked
Now it's a hard schedule, of
one of the
course.
better schedules this year.
Yep,
So
of course.
that top tier offense, if people are depending on Jaden Daniels to repeat that this year, be weary.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he's gonna fall off. I don't sense a fall
It's
off.
just gonna be tougher.
But be weary of the fact that you watched him last year against a lesser strength of schedule. That's all.
Big facts, man. Those are the gems, man. Even me as a commissioner, I haven't won in our league yet, but I still take that advice from my peers, yo, because you see it, you're gonna see it each and every week. 17 weeks of fantasy football if you make it all the way to the big dance
Going for
and
three
win
of
a
them
championship,
things.
bro. You gotta recognize what it is and you learn your opponents. Like that's just what it
Mm-hmm.
is, man. Like that's just what it is. Like,
Just learn
everybody
them.
got their vice. Learn your opponents. Everybody got their vice and their strategy and stuff like that. And some work, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
But it does start with that draft. We always talk about or we always say, the team that you drafted necessarily ain't gonna win you a championship. That's not true. But at the same time, if you don't blow up your whole team, is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. Like teams make one or two moves and still win championship, i.e. Marquise, you did it last year. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You ain't make too many moves. But I know me personally, that's why I ain't trading in standard and I'm not trading no more PPR. I felt like I did what I needed to do in PPR, and I thank you, Commissioner Cup. I'm good. I ain't trading, bro. I'm 2 seconds, a third, two fours, and all the rest of my picks. I'm good. Yeah.
Hey, I don't think I'm trading in PPR at all. I like that first spot. I like how it got me. I'm gonna be able to set myself up good. And
That
standard,
Yeah.
I'm
flex,
not. I
bro.
don't know what I'm doing in standard yet.
Yeah.
That
I'm on standard
flex
hard.
changed the game in PPR because it's almost like, do you really need to, unless you just, because I know, because I see the schedule of, I mean the strategy of some of the people that have traded already, whether it be Why So Serious or Commissioner
Hmm.
Cook. I understand the strategy of accumulating top guys, right? You want a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of picks early. I get that, but with this extra flex spot, dog, I mean, man, them points that you thought you was missing last year, or that the defense was screwing up for your team last
It's
year,
gonna hurt in the long run.
you gotta just know how to manage now. Because if you got an
Yep.
extra flex spot with extra points coming,
That's what I love about
but
it.
you need a
Yeah.
whole lot of. We don't need to do a whole lot of trading, dog.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's
Oh
what I
man,
love about it, because with that defense going, like either your defense was gonna boom and win you some of those games, or
Or
they were
they
gonna
gonna
put you
lose
in
them.
there. You're
Uh-huh.
gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like saying that flat spot different, bro. Especially like we said, is the players are better. Like there's a lot of wide receivers, there's a lot of
We
running
see
backs.
it. We
You know
see
what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah, it's a lot of them, bro. Like them quarterbacks gonna fly off the board, but them quarterbacks necessarily ain't gonna win you your league. I'm just like
Uh-huh.
thinking that, that's my opinion only, but they're not gonna solely do it by themselves.
But we
Like,
know quarterbacks going early, especially in
yeah,
PPR. In PPR,
especially in
I
PPR.
expect them to go early. But
Yeah.
as far as standard, I don't. I would honestly with this league, I know for a fact there's going to be one, maybe two quarterbacks to go probably the first two rounds, which I don't mind. Hey, get your guy, but it's also like, no, you don't have to rush. The last thing you want
Yes,
to do,
especially in standard. Yeah,
yeah,
especially in standard.
man,
Yeah.
I'm not going to give away too much sauce.
Yeah, especially in standard. Yeah. I ain't sure. Have I ever? No, I haven't, bro. I ain't never drafted a quarterback in standard the first or second or
Me
third
neither.
round. I haven't. I
No,
really
I
haven't.
lied. I lied. The year before
I
my first
chased
year winning the championship, I got Jalen Hurts in the third.
in the third. I chased Tom Brady my first year in here, went to the championship, but I think I got him in the fourth round. Yeah.
I don't
And
even
but
remember.
only two dudes
yeah.
that really should apply to, because it's only two dudes that can give you quote unquote running back and quarterback production at the quarterback position. and that's Lamar and Josh Allen. Because I mean, if I understand the people who rush to go get Josh Allen because you're talking about double-digit rushing touchdowns on top of the throwing, on top of the passing yard. So I understand it because he's making up for whatever running back. If your RB2 is garbage, Josh Allen makes up for that. So I understand that, but it's really only one or two dudes that applies to. So these, when I be mocking and I see like Baker Mayfield is going in the early in the third. Baker Mayfield was in top 6 quarterback last year, but he's not going to make up for what you about to miss if you don't take Derrick Henry or if you don't take Amari and Hampton. Like those dudes, no, he's not making up for that. He ain't making up for that.
Big facts, yo. Hey man, we ain't got long, bro. 60 days.
Yeah, I just looked at the timer. Yeah,
10 Sundays away.
I am ready. My God.
Boy.
Like the Undertaker music playing. Dum,
Doom.
Man. On the road to this 3-peat, baby.
Hey, it's almost terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and get my finish paying my dues. And
I gotta go ahead and get that out the way.
Every Monday, lead, man.
He cut his mic, Kamish. He talking crazy.
He talking
Hey, it can't be talking crazy when you know there's a track record now. We can't just say it was 1 year. There's a track record.
Man, oh man, boy, I can't wait till y'all trophies get here, boy. I swear, yo. But that
cool.
1, 2.
Didn't I put you out the playoffs instead? Man, that's right. I did.
You like one of them battle rappers that keep repeating the same line. Hey man, we heard you. We heard you, big dog. We heard you, Hitman Holler. We heard you.
That's right. That's right. I get it, cool. Never mind. I get it, cool. We're gonna see if we can do the scheduling so we can make sure we play each other twice this year.
That's gonna happen anyway. It's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, we got to.
Just off the strength. I already know.
Yeah.
Hey, that's crazy, yo. But look, every Monday now, man, up until whenever we decide to stop for real, I want to do what we did this Monday, mock draft Mondays, man. 8 o'clock, give everybody time to get home, sit down. 20, 30 minutes, man. The drafts don't be that long, for real. Don't really be that long. Unless it's some people, you know what I'm saying, taking it serious. But other than that, man, mock draft Mondays, man. Every Monday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, bro. Y'all got anything else, man, before we get up out of here, bro?
No,
dope show.
Got it all, man. Excellent, bro.
Yes, sir. I love this.
That's Salino, man. Yes, sir, man. Till next time, bro. We up out of this.
Another episode. We out.
NPR.
Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10. Yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down.